sent bombers to the skies and negotiators to the table. President Donald Trump is pushing two very different buttons at once: diplomacy and deterrence. This comes as his administration grapples with one of the most explosive foreign policy dilemmas of our time: how to stop Iran from going nuclear. And this time, the battle isn't just with Tehran, it's within his own White House. Reports say the president recently convened his top advisors in the Situation Room to settle the score on Iran. The meeting brought together a deeply divided team, hawks and doves circling the same issue but with very different fight plans. On one side, National Security Advisor Mike Waltz and Secretary of State Marco Rubio, hardliners who believe diplomacy is a dead end. They argue Iran has played the US before, and this time pressure must come through force or through the credible threat of it. They're joined by longtime allies of Israel, including Senators Lindsey Graham and Tom Cotton, and bolstered by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, whose recent visit to the White House was by all accounts tense. But the other side of the debate believes a deal is not only possible but essential. Led informally by Vice President J.D. Vance and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, the more diplomatic camp is urging talks, even compromise. They believe military strikes would endanger US troops in the region and trigger oil shocks that could rattle the global economy. They also fear any escalation could open cyber floodgates, with Iran targeting American infrastructure in retaliation. This camp has powerful influencers, including Tucker Carlson, who's back in the fold as a MAGA whisperer. Also, Steve Witkoff, Trump's point man on Iran, who met Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi on April 12th in Oman. Ironically, it was Trump who torched Obama's 2015 Iran deal and ordered the killing of Iran's top general, Qasem Soleimani. Now, he's pushing for a new deal, but on his terms and fast. Trump has privately given Iran a 2-month window to accept a deal. When that clock starts and what the exact terms are remains unclear. But what is clear is that the alternative to a deal is war. And both sides of Trump's team know this. The military has already begun preparing for the worst case scenario. B-2 bombers are stationed. Aircraft carriers are in place. The Pentagon has gamed out strikes on Iran's nuclear strikes and their potential aftermath. This includes Iranian retaliation across US bases in Iraq, Syria, and the Gulf. As the second round of talks are set to take place in Rome on April 26, allies are divided. The EU wants talks. Israel is openly skeptical, and oil markets already twitchy. For now, President Trump appears to be walking a tightrope between legacy-defining diplomacy and politically explosive conflict, between being the man who tore up a deal and the man who signs a new one. He has promised Iran won't get the nuclear bomb. The world is about to find out what he's willing to do to keep that promise. With Rudrashish Kanchilal, Bureau Report, India Today Global.